I So apparently I've been blocked from their system. Aw. Um aw. It's like I get a phone call, and it's a recording saying Social Security, IRS, something to avoid being arrested, call this number back. So you know right off the bat, the whole thing is a hoax. So I call back, and the first couple times I call back, it was like it was so hard to hear. It was so quiet, but you could hear very faintly a very, very thick, either Indian or Pakistani type of accent. I'm like, I really couldn't understand anything that they were saying. So I hung up a few times. I called back. And then finally, I got somebody that was much louder in a very loud environment. And they said, well, um, what is your name? And I'm like, Joe Johnson. And they're like, oh, okay. And what is your date of birth and what is your social security number? I said, well, what is this regarding? I'm not going to give you my personal information unless I know what this is about. Well, did you get a phone call from the police about your arrest? And I said, no. And they're like, well, okay, well, they're on their way. But in order to process your phone call, I need your social security number right away. I'm like, I can't really give you that right now, but maybe you could tell me like what department this is. Click. Oh, okay. So I call back. Same kind of scenario, same kind of thing. I said, and then the one time they did actually say my real name. They did know my name, which I'm sure it's not that hard to find on the internet. Um, never give out your real information. And I said, no, I don't know who you're looking for. And this is not Edward Weese. I said, no, it's not. I said, this is Joe Johnson. And they're like, oh, this is not Edward Weese. I said, no. I said, this is Joey Johnson. I said, but, can I help you? And they're like, well, we need your social security number to open up your case file. I said, oh, okay. Same kind of thing. But the last couple times I called, I'm like, I'm going to start rambling. So they're like, hi, this is IRS. This is IRS department. I said, hey, listen, did you put the tuna casserole in the oven? What? I said, did you put the tuna casserole in the oven like I told you to? And by the way, did you turn on the oven this time? Last time you did. You put the tuna casserole in the oven, but you didn't turn the oven on. What this is? I said, did you put the tuna casserole in the oven? Click. Now I'm hysterical laughing. Like, hysterical. So I call back. They're like, this is IRS. I'm like, listen, did you put the tuna casserole in the oven? Click. I'm like, I'm just entertaining myself. Again, the bottom line is no IRS, Social Security, none of that. They are not going to call you. They're not going to call you this way. This is not how it works. They don't even have my name and information, but they're already talking about the police are on their way and Social Security and tax evasions, or you paid taxes wrong, 4 or 5 years ago. None of this stuff is real. None of it. Yes, luckily with my AT&T phone, there's a little notepad thingy at the bottom, so I was able to report the number as, and they give you choices: regular scam, general scam, whatever, IRS scam. So I think the problem that I have is that there are probably a lot of older people that are on Social Security that may be home, during the day to receive these phone calls, and they're innocent and they start being gullied, by these scam artists, maybe giving out personal information. And it upsets me that these people have nothing else better to do than scam people all day long. This is their profession. They just scam people. Give me your social security number. Give me your date of birth. What is your name? Now they've got all the information that they need to do whatever they want in your name. Don't ever fall for any of that crap. There's so many things that have been on the news. If you Google, or I should say, if you YouTube, there's a couple of people that actually that's their whole day, is they call these scam artists back and they just play along. And why? Because if somebody is on the phone talking to me, that means that they are not out there scamming somebody else. So while I might waste 4 or 5 minutes of my time, that's 4 or 5 minutes of phone calls they can't make to other people that may become a victim. So I just do it for the fun of it. I know a lot of people think, like, why do you even bother? I know my cousin even asked me once, like, why do you bother with these things? But I said, I guess I feel like I'm doing my part. I just play along, give them fake information, just run them around in circles. I mean, I've had these phone calls where you must show up on their system, that I keep calling back. And now when I call, it's now going straight to voicemail. So I think they caught on after like the 12th or 13th time that I've called to just shoot me over to their voicemail, which is not even a real voicemail. So, hey, I thought you would think that IRS would have a real voicemail system. Oh, yeah, that's right. It's a scam. It's all a scam. Do not fall for any of that. Nobody from the IRS, Social Security, none of them is going to start telling you, are the police on their way? Did you get a case file from the police? You're being arrested for tax evasion, something with your Social Security, whatever, and give me your name, your Social Security number, your date of birth. It's all fake. All of it. Please do not ever give out any personal information. None of it is real. If they want to reach out to you, they will send you a certified letter in the mail. They don't call you. Nobody's going to call you, okay? So if you've ever fallen for some of these things, please backtrack. Think about, maybe how the phone call went. If you get anything that remotely sounds like anything like what I'm talking about, none of it is real. So anyway, just figured I'd share that little story with you. I get a kick out of it because, like I said, they're going to keep doing it. They've been doing this for years, and it seems like they kind of get more active around the holidays, and then they kind of go away for a little while, and then they resurface like in April around tax time because they know it's tax season. And, the one phone call, he was so mad at me. I said, no. I said, H&R Block does my taxes. I've always done my own taxes. I said, H&R Block does it. Well, you're responsible because you're the one that signed the papers. I said, no. I said, I pay for the extra protection and everything. H&R Block. I said, let me give them a call right now. Don't you dare. You cannot call H&R Block. You're responsible. They're going to arrest you. I said, well, no. I said, it's all fake. Anyway, stay safe out there. Do not ever give out any personal information. Name, Social Security number, birth date, parents' maiden names, all that stuff. Never, ever share any of that information. I did have one scam artist. He was almost too creepy. He says, I see, that you're living in Claysburg, Pennsylvania. And he knew my name. And I said, well, no. And he goes, yeah, there's a red car parked behind your house. He was able to go on to Google Maps. He was actually one house over. It does show up one house over from my house. There's a red car parked next to my house. The next door neighbor over here has got a red car parked in the back, showed up in the satellite image. And that's what he was looking at. And I'm like, that's a little too creepy. But, I spoke to him for a few minutes, and then I said, "Look, um, why are you doing this? Why do you scam people?" "I'm not scamming." I said, "Listen, we both know you're a scam artist." I said, "I'm going to pray for you." "Why would you pray for me?" I said, "I'm going to pray for you because what you're doing right now is despicable. It's disgusting. It's dishonest. It's absolutely despicable what you are doing." He said, "Well, maybe I should find another profession." I said, "Yeah, I think you should. I think you should get off the phone with me right now, walk out the door, and go do something honest with your life because what you're doing right now is gross. And trust me when I tell you, it's going to come back to haunt you later on." And he actually seemed to, I don't know, soften up. Maybe I got through to him. Maybe I did. Maybe I didn't. But it's when I said to him I was going to pray for him that he got, like, really? That's no way to make a living, man. That's just, it's gross. It's stupid. It's disgusting. Taking innocent people's savings, information, personal stuff. Why? Just go earn an honest buck like everybody else. Go earn an honest dollar. Stop scamming people. Anyway, hope you found my story interesting. And don't forget, you got to put the oven on when you put the tuna casserole in it next time. Okay? Because last time you stuck the tuna casserole, it was still ice cold an hour later. I mean, what the heck? Come on, turn the oven on. Thanks a lot. Have a great day. Mwah. Love you.